Thank you for joining me today. My name is Shravan Goli, and I'm the Chief Product Officer at Coursera. Today, we'll explore product market fit and how to find it. I'll also share some best practices we use at Coursera. Coursera is an online learning platform that connects learners, educators, and institutions from all around the world. Over 86 million learners come to Coursera to learn new skills. And we partner with over 200 plus institutions from around the world, leading university and industry educators. So together, we offer thousands of courses, hands-on projects, certificates, and degrees. We also partner with thousands of institutions across enterprise, government, and higher ed, helping them provide job-relevant education to employees, citizens, and students. Coursera is uniquely positioned to see emerging trends and needs, and then share new solutions with our community. Now, Coursera is in the edtech market, which is a rapidly growing space. Many companies like us are competing for the same learners or those partners and customers. So let's explore this growing global market a little bit more. At Coursera, over 80% of our learners on the platform are from outside the US. Now, when we design products, we must consider the unique needs and requirements of each market. And in just the last 3 years, the digital reach of EdTech as a whole has doubled. EdTech has become more ubiquitous. And this means new challenges and new opportunities and a lot more competition. Now, those include financial opportunities. So the global online degree market, just one segment of the overall edtech market, is projected to be valued at $75 billion by 2025. Now, looking at this global opportunity, it's not too surprising that edtech is a crowded market. Now, many of you may be wondering, what is product market fit? Why do I, as a tech entrepreneur or a creator, need to care about it? First off, finding product market fit is a systematic process. It focuses on creating products with enough user adoption and usage to sustain growth and profitability. Now, why does it matter? Because it helps your organization build products that actually meet user needs. So staying aware of product market fit can help save your team from spending resources on products that will eventually fail. Now, when do you need to find the product market fit? It's a common myth that once you found the fit, you can stop learning and iterating. Instead, it's almost always an ongoing process. Finding product market fit is especially important when you're designing a new offering, entering a new market, trying to increase the adoption of your product, or deciding how to use your resources, or responding to a strong competitor. So how do you find it? Like I said, finding product market fit is an ongoing, systematic process. And the process includes hypothesizing, testing, and iterating to solve the right problem for your target market, target customer. So when finding product market fit at Coursera, we first look at the trends. So generally, those trends are tied to the future of work and learning in our case. Now, what this chart shows is which jobs are most and least vulnerable to automation. The red bubbles in the lower right are the most vulnerable. The blue bubbles on the left are least vulnerable. The red bubbles show that lower income people with no formal education are in the jobs that are almost certainly going to be automated by technology. Now, on the other hand, the light blue bubbles show college-educated folks who are making higher wages in jobs that are less likely to be impacted by automation. Now, many of these well-paying jobs that won't be impacted turn out to be digital roles. So for example, in IT support, social media marketing, or cloud computing. So right now, almost every institution especially governments, is urgently thinking about how we can upskill the entire world. We must provide the knowledge, digital skills, and credentials so that everyone has access to these emerging digital jobs. So let's take a look at that changing jobs landscape. On the left are the jobs that the World Economic Forum says as the fastest growing jobs in the next 5 years. On the right, Microsoft estimates the digital job capacity will grow from 51 million jobs today to over 190 million in just the next 5 years. So as you can see, there's a growing opportunity in these digital jobs. So what did we do? So to prepare people for increased automation and these emerging digital jobs, we created entry-level certificates. Now, these certificates require no formal college degree or even prior technology experience. They're created by industry leaders, Google, Facebook, IBM, and they map to a specific entry-level digital job. And we've seen incredible demand, especially with learners from non-traditional backgrounds. Going back to the chart of automation. Now, 59% don't have a college degree. Over half of them identify themselves as a Black, Latino, female, or veteran. And almost 50% report earning less than $30,000 in annual income. Now, Coursera also works with governments and nonprofits like Goodwill to provide on-the-ground student services for learners who need more support. Mentoring, peer support, and coaching can help improve the learner outcomes. Now, once learners earn this certificate, they have access to career pathways. Google and Coursera have more than 130 plus hiring partners like Intel, H&R Block, and Walmart. These companies are looking to fill open IT roles with candidates from this Google IT program talent pool. And it's just not career pathways. Coursera also offers degree pathways to learners who complete these entry-level certificates. So our university partners award academic credit for learners who complete the Google IT certificate, which counts towards a college degree. So this includes the University of London, Northeastern, and the University of North Texas. So after the success of the Google IT program, we expanded the entry-level certificate portfolio. It now includes pathways to a wider range of entry-level roles. These entry-level certificates address a particular user need, and that is preparing for an entry-level role that won't be vulnerable to automation. And these are the kinds of jobs that are in demand in the future. And so we're seeing strong user adoption and continued use. So hundreds of thousands of learners have enrolled in the Google IT program alone. And this is just one example of our team finding product market fit. So finally, to recap, let's go with the process we use when finding the product market fit. Gather your team as the first step. Now, what does a team include? Typically, it includes members across product, marketing, sales, and in Coursera's case, also content. Second step is to hypothesize across the 6 Ps, we call them. First is persona, problem, proposition, product, positioning, and promotion. Now, these will help you gain clarity on whose problem you're trying to solve and how. And the next step is to design a MVP, which is the minimum valuable product. You may have heard minimum viable product. In my opinion, the valuable part is more important. And creating this MVP and then testing it. Now, this can be a very scrappy version of the product. A lot of times it can just be like drawings on the paper, drawings on a napkin, or even just a little bit of an artwork in a design software. So very quick prototyping can help you with that. Now, it just needs to be good enough so you can test it with those real learners or real users, in your case, and learn as quickly as possible. And then the next step, step 4, is to take these learnings from your test and iterating on this prototype very quickly. To speed up your test, think of, can I design a 7-day test? Can I design a 7-hour test? Or can I design a 7-minute test? Think of standing in front of Starbucks, finding those, potential consumers for your potential product offering, and asking for can I have 2 minutes of your time, and asking them 3 questions. That doesn't take more than 7 minutes. I think if you want to get creative, there are lots of different ways to kind of test your hypothesis and continue to iterate. So keep asking the question, how can you learn and iterate even faster? Now, finally, you got to measure to see if you found a product market fit. Now, you can look at the Net Promoter Score, which is a standardized measure of satisfaction and engagement with your product. 30 is pretty strong. 70 and above is world-class. Another way to measure is the 40% rule. If 40% of the surveyed target customers using the product say they would be very disappointed on losing access to the product, you may have the product market fit. Now, if you haven't built the product, and we're okay, what do I do? Well, 40% of surveyed target customers considering the product say they would be highly likely to use or pilot or test or purchase the product. You may be on track for the product market fit. Now, so these are just 2 examples of how to measure whether you found a fit or not. So we also call it as nail it and then scale it. So this is a very quick exploration of product market fit, as each of you works on designing the right products for your given audiences and markets. Remember, it's an ongoing and interactive process, also iterative process. Just as you will continually be learning what the best product or solution is, you'll also be discovering the best process for you and your team to find that product market fit. And to learn more about Coursera, including open positions on our team, please check out our career site about.coursera.org/careers. Now, we're always looking for talented people who want to expand access to education. So please come talk to me. Thank you.